Hey guys, this is Ollie and today we got a weird video for you. It's a one take, that means there's no editing, no fancy bells and whistles. I'm not gonna do all of my analysis that I usually do, where I tell you where I can walk and all of that stuff. At least not with the tools that I'm usually using, where I'm editing the video for like 3 days before it goes live. Today we're gonna do something special. We're gonna look at Onslaught, you know the drill, but in a different way, because we're looking at the Onslaught levels that I'm currently stuck at. And the idea is to give all of you something to analyze. You can tell me what I'm doing wrong, because quite honestly, I have no idea. I'm really trying to beat this level and I can't, and I feel like my strategy is quite good, and so I'm really at a loss. And also this serves a second purpose. I want to show the developers that Onslaught is too hard. I mean, we got a player here who is competing for the top spot in the Legend League at the moment. Yes, I'm one of the weakest players in the top 10, but normally by playing smart, you can actually go really hard and play on top of the standings in the Legend League. But for some reason, I have absolutely no shot at mastering Bracklake Outpost. So this basically also goes out to Snowprint. I want you guys to see this and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because obviously I'm doing some things wrong. So here it is, Bracklake Outpost, the last encounter that like 3 players in the game have mastered so far, which is very interesting that it's just these few. So this is my team that I'm going into these levels at the moment. I'm very certain that this is like the best team I can put up, at least in the early levels. And what I'm doing is I'm placing everybody on one side with the exception of Dorga, because Dorga can walk over water and get to the other side. And then every once in a while you get lucky enough where everybody, where all the skeletons are spawning on one side and they just attack, for example, Dorga, and then all of the other guys have some room to move around, which is quite fortunate, because that little bit of breathing room is what you need. I would love to say all you need, but it's not all you need, because you need a lot more than just some breathing room. So we're going in hard, super hard in fact. We are first going in with the special of Queen Akeshru with the sole purpose of giving us some darkness. Then we are spreading that darkness, giving the skeletons hammer time, so they are not going to move. And then we're going to start dealing some damage with Ranaklu, because obviously Ranaklu is the absolute boss in all of these levels. I thought about for a second going in on this side against this guy with Ranaklu, but I ultimately decided that it's better to try and secure the middle. It's not really much of a security here. So we are lucky in that the gunner doesn't shoot any of our important units. So this is one of the best starts you can ask for. In case you didn't know, this is one of the best starts you can ask for on this level. So now I'm thinking very, very hard, where do I want to move everybody? So I'm moving Umanu in the middle, more darkness everywhere. And then in a perfect world, somehow I would have managed to move Ranaklu from here to here, so he's not in danger of getting one shot again by some of these gunners. Now we have an army of shades. Yeah, there's not that much else that you can ask for. Yeah, okay, you could have asked for a crit hit. Crit hit here would have been really, really good. So now we're trying to get rid of this toon with 2 attacks. We can't, but fortunately Dorga is not going down, so not everything is lost. We do lose Umanu, however, so okay, that's not great. But look at this. This is as good a position as you can be in after like 2 turns or 3 turns. There's not much else that you could ask for, in my personal opinion. Tell me, what am I doing wrong? What is wrong here? Because I honestly, I would love to know. So now there's this one gunner that is going to give us more troubles. We want to get rid of that guy, so fortunately we do have a shade for that. And now Ranaklu cannot connect, so that's pretty unfortunate. But we can get Katsume into the mix. She can move a little bit forward, and then we can protect Ranaklu just by way of moving him all the way to the back. So he's definitely going to turn one more skeleton into a shade for us. So again, like, this looks like it's manageable so far. It's not looking great, but it looks like we're doing some progress. But obviously here's the next wave that is coming in. Dorga also survived that attack just now. That's also good for us. And again, we are in the position where we have to think really hard. What do we want to do? So now we can go in with Ranaklu, so that's going to be 1 free shade. Then we can place a second shade in front of this guy. So we're going to have like 2 shades that are blocking the way for the opponents. So that's going to be good. Then we can shoot from above with Katsume. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. And yeah, so there's a couple of things that we can do here. It's not a terrible position to be in. But Dorga is not going to do anything. Notice we still haven't used the special of Dorga. Because there's never been an opportunity to use the special of Dorga. So, we are moving a little bit around. Queen Akeshru moves out, Katsume moves in. Now we're gonna do the move with the shade that we want. At one point in the future. I think it was called over at some point. Come on, here's the shade, alright. So now we can get rid of this guy with the queen. Then we can take a shot with Katsume, which is not gonna be great. By the way, Dorga just went back because Dorga is not gonna do anything. And now look at this. Like, what is this? 2 of our units got 1 shot. Like, why even do we have the requirement that says you need to have like 5,000 power to go into this level, when 5,000 power means you're not gonna even withstand 1 hit. 1. I think I'm making a mistake here because Yasmin... I think Yasmin's effect has not been used. So it would have made a lot of sense to go for the special of Akeshru again. For a second time. Didn't even notice that before. So now moving in with Granny, or I'm thinking about moving in with Granny. Why? Because Granny is gonna turn that nasty gunman into a skeleton for us. So we need to be close enough with the 3 spots. And also we get Yasmin. We also loot some gold here. Woohoo! Then we protect Granny this way by putting a shade in front of her. Like, protect Granny. She's still going to die in a second, no worries. And then Dorga can do the sidestep program as always. And we do have a frog warrior. Like, they are pretty good. They can like hold out 1 or 2 attacks. And then there's the next wave again. Like just when it looked like I had it like under control, at least like a tiny little bit. Just like by the tiniest bit. The game is like, nope. You're not gonna get a breather. We're just gonna keep going with this. So, for the first time ever, now there is a chance to actually use the active effect of Dorga for 2 summons. Powerful. Very powerful. So, we do get the skeleton do some damage here. Then we need to think where do we want to attack, because obviously in a perfect world Granny would get us another skeleton out of this guy. But we need to take him out first, which doesn't look like trivial at all. And then the other question is, what do we do with Tanamo here? Now we can move in here. So I'll just speed it up a little bit. Alright, so what happened? Okay, crit hit. Very lucky for us. Very, very lucky for us. The good news is now we can force all of our attacks on this guy, and Tanamo can even move backwards. So that's really good, because if Tanamo's gonna get hit, she's gonna move backwards 1 spot and survive the attack. So that's like the best you can ask for in this situation. So again, everything is going according to plan. Like, we're hanging in there, we do have a bit of a presence, there's a summons here, there's a skeleton there, there's a crit hit. But 2 hits later, everybody's dead again. So, now we do have Bullmon. In one of the best positions we can get Bullmon. And we do get Akio, who can connect with these skeletons at the front, so that's also good. So Bullmon can now do what he's basically there to do. There's also another good thing, because Dorga here can attack this guy. And since it's only 1 attacker, the chances are okay that Dorga is going to survive. Not great, but okay, because as you know, in one of my last videos I pointed this out. For some reason, Dorga doesn't get attacked as frequently, as often as most of the other guys. So Bullmon is going to take out 2 guys. Bullmon powered up so much. He's still a rare with 5 stars, so he's got 1 more star than he usually has as a rare. Because I had the Ascension materials, or the promotion materials, if you want to be precise. Another crit hit. I'm so lucky in this game. So lucky. So, like, it looks like we got it under control. We can even get out of the middle. Another crit hit. Like, again, what else can you ask for? Well, apparently, that's still not enough. You just, like, get casually shot. Casually, your units are getting shot. A level 38 Dorga with some of the best equipment. It's not the best equipment, but some of the best equipment. Some really good equipment. It's just, like, casually getting 1 shot, almost 1 shot. I mean, she tanked, like, 2 hits. So now the problem is that I made a mistake here, to be honest. Bullmon should have been here. because the problem is hulking. He can move 2 spots, but he cannot connect with the skeleton yet. So that was a big play mistake that I made here. But I feel like we're splitting hairs at this point. Like, it's not like, oh my god, this was so obvious. You should have seen this coming. Like, you have to plan ahead 2 turns or something like that to have a chance in these levels. Alright, so Archeo can steal some life, can deal some damage. Bullmon can move to the back and attack this guy, and with another lucky crit hit, we're gonna get lucky that this guy is dead. Lord Sir Matthäus can actually get us 2 summons, that's also pretty big. Not much else you can ask for. Tanamo can take 1 guy out, and she's probably going to see the next turn because she can tag 2 hits. And Bullmon just does a crit hit, but he's not dead yet. Okay. So, and again, we're just losing 2 more units. Again. Casually losing 2 more units. And now we're running out of units. I have like 3 more heroes. So now we need to get rid of this gun in the middle. We can get rid of 1 more skeleton thanks to Bullmon. That's good. And like, this looks like a not impossible situation. This is not looking like, oh my god, I won this. This is so easy. But at least it looks like a winnable situation. If we play absolutely perfectly and we don't ever make a single mistake, we might be able to win this one. So it's not terrible. But there's another wave coming. So if you thought, oh my god, this level looks really, really hard and you need to play almost perfect, and then you need to have like great units, like strong enough to compete in Legend League, and you're like, oh my god, wow, this is a real challenge here, then I got another surprise for you. And the other surprise is that there's another wave coming. So now I managed to keep Bullmon on the field for 3 or 4 turns, which is unheard of, because my Bullmon is just a rare, as I pointed out. And again, we can do something here. We're not gonna use Agna immediately. This is good. We can move in the middle with Tanamo. This is good. We can move with Bullmon. Eat a skeleton. This is also good. Then we have a pretty weak boulder that can move in and deal some damage and try and focus on the next guy. And we can set up a Lionet's attack for the next turn. So again, we're really trying here. Really trying. Look at Bullmon. This Bullmon ate 4 skeletons. This is not a weak Bullmon by any stretch of the imagination. This is a very gluttonous Bullmon who ate a lot. He had some dessert and then some. And he's just casually getting hit. Once or twice. Let's look at this. Actually, if I wanted to put any effort into this video, I would do a slow-mo. Look at this. 1 hit, he's dead. What's the point of that? Why is a unit with 5,000 power allowed into this level when the special power of this unit is to casually kill skeletons or any other summon, and then it's getting one shot after using its special ability 3 or 4 or 5 times? What is this? Yeah, at this point I was trolling. I was like, yeah, let's look at the active of Agna because it's so strong. Right? So, level designers, I want to have a word with you. I do not believe that the way that Bracklake Outpost is created was what we were asking for. We the players, I'm speaking on behalf of the player base right now. I'm sorry if somebody doesn't feel like I'm speaking for them. I'm sorry, I don't want to include you specifically. But when we asked, hey, can we have some more Onslaught levels? And you said, hey, here's some cool new Onslaught levels. This is not what we meant. Alright? This is not what we meant. Yes, we want a challenge. We like challenges. But we mostly wanted Onslaught because Onslaught is the one game mode where you can rather easily get essential materials. But to get essential materials, you have to be able to beat Onslaught. This is not the case at the moment. I'm very unhappy with the situation right now. If I wouldn't be number 2 in Legendary League right now, or Legend League, I would be very sad. Alright. That's today's video. I'm now working on some other videos that are going to be a bit more cheerful. There's going to be a ton more editing in that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one, even though it's very, very different than my usual videos. See you guys very, very soon.